Richie, motherfuckers! It's Chef fucking Tony back at it again, and today I am celebrating something great. After our last episode, when we got canceled by the network, I went through a very drunken state, but then I finally went to rehab, and not only rehab, but Antonio Martinez's school for gifted children, where I graduated top of my class in cooking. So not only am I better, I'm sober, I am educated, and ready to teach you guys how to make some scrumptious meals. So let's get right into it, Chef Tony style. So today, we're focusing on a special here, and the special is carbs. I call this the Adam Zill diet, because that's all I fucking ever eat, really. I mean, let's be honest. So, what we have going on here today is we have waffles, we have hot dog buns, just some regular bread, some Nestle's powdered chocolate, they'll be for later. We got some fucking chips, crisp thins flat, some Pepsi, cookie crisp, some oyster crackers, love these shapes, a bagel, I don't know what it is, chips, some pretzel rods, more crackers, and then some spaghetti, and to top it off, some nuts, because everybody loves nuts. So, with all of these today, we're going to be cooking something that you've never seen before, and trust me, it's going to be truly spectacular, and you guys are going to love it. So the first step in your cooking process is you're going to need to get out 2 pans. I repeat, 2 pans. So after we get out these 2 pans, we then preheat the oven to 350. You can see I already have it going here, so we can just hop right into this madness. Alright, so then we're going to take our hot dog buns, just as you know, pull out a very sharp and dangerous knife, set it over here, and then we're just gonna, oh actually here, we'll go from here. So you're gonna get your hot dog buns, you're gonna open them up with this little twist knot thing to, there we go. I hate those. I hate them so much. I hate my own life. I wish I could start drinking again. So, we're gonna take, let's make 4 of them today. So you're gonna take 4 of your hot dog buns, you're gonna take them where the seams are, and you're gonna split them open. You're gonna split them open nice and style-like, you know, try not to totally rip them open, but you want them open enough that, you know, you can definitely get in there. A little bit more than you usually would for a hot dog, but don't worry about it because these are gonna be in good hands, you know what I mean? So after we open it up, we're gonna open these, set them right here onto the tray, and then we can go to our fillings. So, now you're going to get yourself some butter. I have mine at room temperature, that way it's a little easier to spread. You're going to take this butter, you're going to take said knife, you're going to chop off a little bit of the butter here, and we're going to just smoothly put it in here. You know what I mean? Get a good, nice even coating of the butter on the inside of the bread. Just like that. And you want to do that to all of yours. If they end up folding open like that, actually that would be better if they ended up folding open. You don't really need to keep them intact too much. It's nice if you do, but let's be honest here. They're hot dog buns. They're crap. Nobody cares about them. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about anything. Your dog, your wife, your girlfriend, your sister, your boyfriend, your brother, or your son. Because nothing in this fleeting moment of a life is ever going to actually matter to anything in history, and neither will you. You will be a faded memory, discouraged by the rest of humanity because you accomplished nothing truly significant in your entire worthless, pathetic life. So after we're done putting this butter nicely onto these pieces of bread that we got here, then we're going to start going into our fillings. Now the fillings can be a little bit up to you, depending on what you want to put in there. You don't have to go exactly what I go off of, but I'll say that if you want to start and you're a little concerned about your cooking skills, and this is your first time joining us as Chef Tony, I always say, follow along by the playbook. You know, there's nothing that harms you. You know, it's not like, oh, you're not being original. You're playing it by the book, you're playing it safe, and that's exactly what we're going for so we can make nice meals. So, now that we got our butter on the inside of here, that's going to help us put in our filling. Now it's time to worry about the actual fillings. So a lot of what we have here is going to be used for our fillings, and that's exactly how we're going to like it. Again, you know, you can spice this up your own way, and if you're a little concerned, we'll just do it just like how we're doing it here today. In fact, you know, fuck it, let's put some peanuts onto here too. If you guys are allergic to peanuts or whatever like that, just disinclude the peanuts. And if you're allergic to peanuts, you're a failure as a human, you're weak, fucking end your life. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our fillings. Right now we'll start with some of the harder stuff, and we're just going to crush it in our hand. You want to get a nice sawdust, almost like that, and then we're just going to put some of the shavings all throughout here, you know, put it on each side, make sure it's nice and all over the place. That's how we do it. Just going to get some of this, there we go, just like that. You know, if you get a little bit in the tray or someplace, it's no mind, no problem, no worries. So after we put that in, now we're going to get to our second layer of the crumble. So then we're going to take some of our oyster crackers, we're going to do the same thing, just they're a little tougher, so I like to rub them in my hands, kind of helps break them down. And then we're just going to put a little bit of them on top of here. If there's some solid oyster crackers in there, don't worry, gives a little extra crunch to it, seems nice. And then we're gonna go over to these over here. Just gonna break these guys up. Same way, you know, same stuff that we're doing here. Break them up. These ones are gonna be a little bit bigger. Don't worry about it. Try to get them to as small as you can, but again, with the oyster crackers, it's not that big of a problem. Shut the fuck up! It's not that big of a problem if they're a little bit bigger. So we'll just kind of sprinkle them all out in through here. All right. So then we're gonna go to our chips over here. These ones are also gonna be powdered. So we're gonna take them, crush it up in the hands. These are definitely gonna be a lot easier. And just give a nice little sprinkle on to the top of all of these. There we are. So after we're done with that, now we're gonna go over to the powder. And I bet you're wondering what the powder's for, and yes, it's powdered topping. So we're just gonna give it a little shake, going on here for a little bit of a chocolate flavor. You know, that's nice. And the butter that we put on there at the beginning will help this stuff stick to it. So right there, we have this going for us. Now this looks good, does it not? We got some crumble on top, it all looks nice. And, you know, just for the sake, like I said earlier, we're just gonna take a bit of peanuts. We're gonna sprinkle them throughout. Just, you know, some droppings here and there. Just do. Not too much to be concerned about, you know? Just a little bit of peanuts. Again, if you don't want to use peanuts and you're allergic to them, kill yourself while you're watching this video. You should be hanging from the ceiling like a toy plane. So, we're gonna take these and we're gonna pop them down here into the oven, preheated at 350, right? So we're gonna take them, put them in here, close this up, and now we have our timer set over to here. So we're gonna put our timer for 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes will give us a good start to them. After the 10 minutes, we'll check up on them. We're looking for a nice kind of golden brown texture. When you see everything kind of start to melt together and crisp up a bit, that's exactly what we're looking for. So now we're gonna move on to the next stage with the pasta and the rest of the ingredients. So one of the most important things that I learned in cooking school is to clean up after yourself. We kind of didn't do that last time on Chef Tony, and that is something I like to address for all the home cookers, you know? If you clean up while you're doing it, it's a lot easier than cleaning up after you're done. It makes it more efficient. Now, one of my great friends, Vince, from ShamWow, I talked to him recently and told him we're doing another episode, and he said he would be delighted if we could bring in the ShamWow for him. So today I got my own ShamWow, courtesy of Vince from ShamWow. Thank you, Vince. Shout out to you. And it's going to help us clean up today. If you haven't seen the commercial that I have, it's great. It's spectacular. You'll love it. I'll put a link in the description. So when we're cleaning up, as you see, we got a lot of crumbs. Now, one of the things we got to be careful with is that crumbs don't really get picked up. You have to kind of cup them with your hand. So we're just going to do a little thing just to help clean it off. And then there we go. That's how we do it. See, look at that. Clean in no time with the ShamWow. Again, it's a great product. I'll show you the commercial, links in the description. Watch it, buy it, get it now. So, now we're on to our second step. Now, we're not just going to keep, looks good in there. Now, we're not just going to keep everything going, you know, as normal with our kind of cooking and our home remedies. What we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be getting a bit of the boiling and whatnot involved, like with the pasta that we did last time. So, we're going to fill this up with some water, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do now. What we're going to do is we're going to put toast, then we're going to put some spaghetti on top of it, and then we're going to work a little bit of our magic like we did in the last one there with a little bit of crumble on top. So we're going to fill this up with some water, make sure it's good. Now we're going to put it on here and get it upward to boiling temperature. That's exactly how we do it. All right? Now, while we get that up to boiling temperature, we're going to take some of this pasta. Now, one of the big things about pasta is that usually when you're cooking it, you want to break it up and make sure it fits into the pan. We're not going to do that here today because we want it long and stringy. So you're just going to take a good-sized handful, you know, like I said last time, enough for you, me, and the Lord Jesus Christ, right? You're just going to plop it into that pan. Don't worry about it trying to be warm because we don't wait for stuff. It just speeds up for us. So, now that we're good with that, we're going to take out our bread and we're going to butter it. It's always nice to be prepared for when we're doing this, right? We're going to put this on high, make sure it boils quick. So, we're going to get out our bread. Now, a lot of people, they find something wrong with the end pieces of bread. If you find something wrong with this end piece of bread, I'm going to come to your house and castrate you with a soldering iron. So, we're going to take the two end pieces of bread, because we need to show them respect. The rest of them honestly don't fucking matter. They can get the hell out of here. No one gives a shit. We're looking for the two end pieces of bread. So now, we're going to grab this, like our other tray, like I told you, and we're going to put the pieces of bread onto there. We're going to butter them up, make them look nice. And actually, what I think we'll do is that while we're waiting for that pasta to boil and get up all nice in there, we're actually going to put a little bit of crumble onto it right now. Now, the big thing is that the crumble wants to be on top It wants to be on top because it feels very dominant. The crumble is a dominant style in the BDSM industry, right? It likes to use whips, it likes to use chains, all right? The crumble is very dominant, all right? If you ever fuck the crumble, it's gonna tie you up to the bedpost and you won't be able to fucking leave unless it says so. It's really hard, trust me. I hate that fucking Friday night. Like, it was so, it felt shameful. But, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our crumble that we have over here, my bad. And we're just gonna put a little bit on top of here. We're not gonna use peanuts this time. What we're actually looking for is some nice chunky pieces, but we're gonna try to break them down just a little bit more than we did last time, you know, really kind of like crush it. Like, feel like you're crushing the bones of a squirrel, right? You're driving along on the highway, you accidentally ran over a squirrel, he's kind of breathing, and you're sitting there, you're hating yourself, you're like, oh my god, I just ran over a squirrel. And so you just put him under the fucking heel of your boot, you just crush his little skull, but then you have to destroy the evidence. So you start breaking up his body, you start breaking up his bones, you start drinking him, you start eating him, you're on the side of the road, it's snowing in the middle of July, you're late for work, your mother's calling you, it's an absolute terror epidemic. Just try to imagine that when you're breaking these up. We're gonna take a little bit of this crumble, we're just gonna put it right on top of there, you know how it be. You know how we do. Alright, we're gonna move a little bit over here. He's not exactly getting as much as we want him to, but it's alright. It's okay if it's just a little uneven. Again, first time try for bakers. I've been baking for 13 years of my life, but I'm still on my first time. And I think we'll also go with some powder. Give it a nice chocolate feel, chocolate vibe to it. There's just a few harder pieces, you know, solid pieces. We don't really have to worry about those. They'll come out in due time, you know. So then we'll take him, we'll mix them around, you know, get them all good and spicy. We probably should have used a bit bigger of a pot when doing this, but no matter. What we'll do is we just flip it onto each individual side, and so we'll grab it, we'll flip it over, we'll grab it again, we'll flip it over, we'll just do that every once in a while, make sure it all gets nice and stringy like how we want it till it starts fitting in the pot. So we'll just grab this, flip it up, put it in here, and there we go. That's how we do it. And surprise be it, this stuff actually isn't hot. It's just very soggy. You can see I'm holding this directly with my hand, and it's not hurting me at all. It's honestly not too bad. It's not what you would what you'd expect. It's just, it's honestly very delicious, you know. So now what we're doing is we're gonna work with our waffles. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with our waffles. So you're gonna wanna grab a paper plate. Actually, you're probably gonna wanna grab about like 10 of them. All right, so grab 10 paper plates, no advertisement, and just, we're gonna, fuck you. We're gonna grab 10 paper plates, roughly. This is about 10, right? I don't know. I graduated in cooking, not math. Fucking sue me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these, just some waffles, and I bet you can see the pattern that we're following here. Oh, these are very, very soggy. Oh, yes, they are. Look at this. Here's one of them now. Look at this. It's all soggy, no crisp, no nothing. They're flat, they're flimsy. Then we take them, you put them right onto here. Look at that. And now, I bet you know where we're going with this now. We're going with the butter. Yeah, see, we're gonna go with the butter here. Very reoccurring. Not exactly the healthiest food to make, you know, just some stuff if you're ever, you know, just home alone, want to make some food, and you feel like doing a little bit of cooking. You know, this is definitely not enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take fresh stick of butter. Now, a lot of the times people are like, oh no, now you have to wait for it so you can, let it get a little soggier so you can spread it, right? And actually, you don't. There's a trick to it. All right, you can put it in the microwave, heat it up for about 10, 15 seconds. It becomes a lot, softer in order to use. But we're not bitches, and we use solid butter. So, we're gonna plop this here, we're gonna rip a bit off him, and we're gonna plop him right there. And that's how we're doing it. So, we don't need him, he's a piece of trash, and he's a fucking failure. So, once we're done, and we have these up on top of here, don't worry, don't melt. Now we're gonna go over to our Nesquik here, take him, and we're gonna make ourselves some chocolate waffles. Yeah, there we go. All of that on there. See, it's looking really nice. Trust me, you'll like it. You want this to be very thick because this is the only topper it's going to have. So now that we're done with these, we're gonna start throwing them in. Oh, there's a piece of paper here from the butter. So now that we're done with these, we're gonna put them in the microwave and we're gonna let them heat up for a little bit. We're gonna pop them in there, put them in there for about 2 minutes. And that's how it's going to be done. Once the 2 minutes is over, the butter will be melted, the chocolate will be evenly distributed, it'll be a nice butter chocolate mix, and it'll taste very nice. Trust me, you'll love it. And as you can see, our pasta's actually getting pretty good here. So let's grab a utensil, and let's get everything started on... Oh, I think it might have been in there a little too long. No worries about it, right? We're okay, we're fine. And we're going to take him, we're going to mix him around in there. The spit up bread is actually going to help with the moisture capture that we have into there. So now we take him, we stir him all about, we make sure he's good, he's in there. That's how we do it. So. Alright, Chef Tony's back again. We waited a little bit longer so we could get everything cooked up. Noodles are done, but this is not yet. So I put the timer on there for another 10 minutes. That's what we're looking for, about another 10 minutes. So right now we're going 20 minutes for the time for this. Again, it's a little guessing. It's a little guessing game when you kind of find out the time, right? So you know if you need more or less, you just check on it. So, now that our pasta's good, now we're gonna go in here. We're gonna find our strainer. Where the fuck? Shit. Ah, okay. So, here's our strainer that we're gonna be using today. So we're just gonna take this pasta, bring it over here, and we're just gonna dump it. Just like that. Alright, so now that he's good, always make sure to wash your stuff. We're just gonna, shake them, make sure all of our stuff is out. Yeah. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we do it in the Tony's kitchen, right? So while he's cleaning off and we're good with this, now we're gonna start on with our toast mixture. Now this is gonna be a little weird, and don't worry about it. I don't think I've ever seen this done, and so this is gonna be something fun to do at home. So we're gonna take our individual strands of pasta, and we're gonna lightly make just a little border going all around it, just like that. We're gonna do that with a number of strands of pasta. That way we build up the ring around the center, just like that. So we'll do it on this one too. You can grab it by about 1 or 2 at a time if you really want to. I usually do it by 1 or 2. Takes a little more time, but makes it easier to, build it up as it goes. That's what we want. We want to have a good build up. And make sure every once in a while you want to take them and start them at different places. Like first I start it here, then I start it here. That way, there's not one side that's just left cracked open because you started on the same side, So we're just gonna build this up, going around like so. Now, while I'm gonna take my time to do that, now we're gonna get on to our second one, which is gonna be our waffles. As you can see, they're done, they've been cooked. We're just gonna give them a little bit of a 5-second reheat. So, the waffles are gonna look a little weird, but don't worry about it, they're gonna taste great. You just need to power through it. So, this is what our waffles should look like. And once they're done, as you can see, this is why we use 10 plates, because they're very hard. As you can see now, they're not soft anymore. Now they're all hard and they're on the plate here. So that's why we want to cook it on the plate that we intend to serve it on. They're a little hard to get off. So now we're done with them. We're gonna put them to the side, and bada bing. Shut the fuck up! And now that we're bada bing, bada boom, done with that. So now I'm gonna finish up building all of these, and then we can pop them in the oven, and hopefully these will be done at the same time, so we can get everything out here and start making it look good. Alright, now as you can see, we got a nice pasta build up onto there. As you can see, I kind of, worked around all the different edges and whatnot, builds a nice little wall, kind of keeps everything in. Now as you can see, we didn't use all of our pasta, but that's alright. We don't make any waste, we don't make any worry. Now the animals have something delicious to eat on. Fly away, birdies! Oh, look at that! Perfect timing! As you can see, we're all done with here. Our timer's all set and done. So now we're gonna pull this out of the oven and see what we're looking at. And then once we're done, we can pop these bad boys in. Perfect timing. So, now we take these guys out, and this is what we're looking for. You see that golden brown on there? with the nuts and everything else. It looks beautiful. And the best thing is that and this both cook at 350. So you don't have to change any temperature. You don't have to do any waiting. So now we're going to take him, plop him inside there. You know how we're doing. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to set our timer to 20 minutes, just like the other one. They cook about the same pace and temperature. So this is what we have to work with right here. As you can see, it's a nice, beautiful brown color. Everything in there is mixed up. It's all nice. There's going to be a nice little cooked crumble that you can just spread on at your leisure. It's all going to look very nice and very scrumptious. So now that we're done with that, let's go back over here to our waffles. Our waffles are not yet done as you might have originally thought. Now we have to give them a little bit of moisture. So we're going to take some of the delicious Pepsi that we have. And we're going to give it some of that delicious moisture in order to help it all seep together. So that's how we do it in Chef Tony's kitchen. So now what we're going to be making is a little bit of a broth to go with some of our shit. It's going to be a Pepsi made broth, but the Pepsi is a little too liquidy, so we need something to thicken it up. So let's see what we have in here. Oh shit! This is perfect! Look at this, now we're adding more chocolate to our meal. What's the harm in that? So now, we're done with this. You're going to get yourself a large, decent sized mixing bowl. And we're going to take the protein powder, our 1 cup of pudding, and then 2 bottles of Pepsi, and we're going to start pouring and mixing. So, help me. No, it's for cooking. All right. Sorry, still working through stages of rehab. So now we're gonna get our protein powder. It's gonna help thicken it up. We're gonna use 1 cup. Shut up! And then after we do that, we're gonna go get our pudding. So now we're going to put our pudding into the mixture. Now we're going to get one of our stirring utensils and we're going to stir it up. Fuck you. And now you want it to stir it up so it's a nice, thick, creamy broth. Yahtzee. Yahtzee. So you want to kind of move it around so we get all that protein powder that's on top and make sure it's all mixed around and in there. Let's take a smell. Smells like chocolate and love. I'll tell you. Chocolate's some of the best cooking things you can use for it. In fact, it seems like it's just not really... Let's try to activate with a bit more Pepsi. You guys thought I was going to spit into it? So uneducated. There we go. So now, our broth and everything is looking nice. That's how we want to do it. In fact, I think I know the thing that'll top this off perfectly. Come with me. Hey. Relax.
I'm sorry, man.
Fucking unprofessional.
Talk about unprofessional.
I think some noodles will make it taste even better. So we got our pasta. Now we're ready to put it in. Oh. Come on! So now I got the pasta, and now we're gonna plop it down in there. Make sure it's nice, and I'll put it in there. In fact, I think we need a little something more. So you know what? What's the expiration date on this? February 18, 2017. Yeah, okay, we can use the rest of it. And then, of course, you have to even out your proportions. For the Pepsi. It's getting in the air, man. Okay. So, there we go. Now you can see, we want to make sure that we get it all moist, all wet. Don't worry about any kind of overlapping spillage. It's gonna just clean itself off later on, you know. And you can see we really got some chocolate in there. That's how we want it to look, just like that. So we're just gonna keep stirring it up. Stir it up. I said stir it up. I said stir it up. I said stir it up. You gotta stir it. Yeah, you gotta stir it. Yeah, you gotta stir it. Stir it up. You gotta stir it. Yeah, you gotta stir it. Yeah, you gotta stir it. Stir it up. Look out. Gotta stir it. Yeah, gotta stir it. Yeah, gotta stir it up. Yeah. Stir it up. Gotta stir it, gotta make it frothy. Gotta stir it, gotta make it chocolate. Gotta stir it, yeah, gotta stir it, yeah. Stir it up till it's nice and good. Okay, just like that. And now, as you can see, it is all stirred up and it looks delicious. So now we're gonna go check. I got fucking pasta on my toe. Now we're gonna go check up on our stuff over here. We're gonna pull this out, take a check. Again, it's nice to just check every once in a while to see, okay, everything's going on there pretty nice, but we want it to go just a little bit better. So now, I'm gonna put the final topping on it. That's why we were making them walls, that way it can hold the sauce. Just like that. A little bit more on this other one here. If you get a few strands of the pasta, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Things happen, right? Like Bob Ross said, there's no such things as mistakes, only happy accidents. That's how my parents refer to me. So, now that this is there, I'm gonna take him. He's a bit hot. Shut up! So now we're gonna take him. And we're gonna pop him right back in. And just wait for it to happen. So we'll catch back up with you guys. In fact, actually, you know, we still haven't used some of our other ingredients, so let's just get them all up and in there. Now, if you're wondering why I threw them, it's because we have to break them up. So we'll just take them, just step. That's how we do it. Put the rest of our cookie crisps in our mixture. Again, super chocolatey mixture. Take some chips. like that. And now we mix. Oh, our timer. There we go. So now, stir up the final ingredients. Let's just take a moment to enjoy what we have, what we've done. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do your share. 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 I need some serving bowls. Yeah, we're gonna need some serving bowls for our dipping sauce. So let's get some serving bowls in here for our dipping sauce. Everybody do your shit. So now we're gonna put our dipping sauce into some containers so we can serve it accurately, you know. I think we lost a lot of it on the table. Yeah, we have to get some of this stuff off the table here. This is what we gotta do. Here. It's just... Okay, so now we wash. We like to keep clean and just on the chicken. You good hand washing, ASMR. You guys are into that? Dirty stuff. Now we're going to get our one thing out of the oven and see how it tastes. A good thing here. One of the key things, just to finish this off, it might be a little thick. And so what you do is, oh, fuck, do you have any straws? Fuck, I don't know if we do. Damn it, we don't have any fucking straws. Oh shit. Come on, tell me we got some straws somewhere. Oh, I don't think we got any. Are they gonna be in here? No. What about in here? I don't know anymore. Here, another good thing to add to your meal. It seems, I know what you're thinking, and yes, it does seem kind of weird, but just trust me, it'll be okay. It'll all be okay. Don't worry about it. It'll all be okay. So now we're gonna pull out our one thing. See how he's looking. Boy, he looks mighty fine. Gonna turn it off. Whenever you're done with the oven, always crack it open a bit. That way we can get that, and then we want to put on our vent because we don't want it to steam up in here. And now I think we're about ready to start serving. So now you get your plates. I'm cooking for 2 today. And then we put our plates down here. And now we start getting our shit done. Here's number 1. Here's number 2. Get a couple of these bad boys. For either side. Am I missing anything? Oh, right, our waffles. We want our waffles to go on there as well. Shit. We want our we want our waffles as well. Fuck. Shit, okay. There's our waffles. And now we have our dipping sauces that we'll bring to. So let's go set up the table. Now, proper dining etiquette, as you saw in our last one, is the forks go on the right or something. I think, yeah, the forks are supposed to go on like the right or some shit. Forks go on the right, along with the spoons. Where'd the knife go? Where'd the knife go? I'll get another knife, it's fine. I want this fork. Knife facing outwards, it's not cut anyone. And then we get our dipping sauce. All right. And then for a drink, how about we just go with some mojo? Keep it simple. Here we go.
Thank you.
Chef Tony's famous orange juice.
You made this yourself?
Yeah.
So So, what is the name of this dish?
This is tubasa micolo is the bread. It's Italian. Tubasa macoco.
Pasta and cocoa.
And then the spaghetti thing is just a tower topper. And the waffles are cremant de leu, which is French. Cremant de leu.
So we got cremant de leu, topping copper, and we got our
Italian, yeah.
Italian bread.
I always forget the name.
Yeah. I don't speak Italian, so I don't want to frustrate anybody. So, hey man, you feeling okay, Tony?
I don't know, man.
You cooked us a delectable meal. Why are you upset?
You know, I went to rehab. You know, I got through it.
Yeah, I helped you out so many times. You're doing your passion. You literally went to school for this. So what? What's the problem? What's deep down? Tell me, what's the problem?
You know, I don't know, man. I went to school. I got out of rehab. It doesn't feel the same. You know, I don't know what's going on. It feels empty. You know, it feels like this is my passion and I love it, but I'm not good. I mean, come on.
What do you mean you're not good?
Let's be honest, man. Do you see this waffle? Eat that waffle right now.
I will, but we're filming a show.
No, see, you won't. No sane person would eat my food.
I ate your food for the past year.
Did you like it? Tell me honestly, did you like it? Do you think I'm a good cook?
You're a great.
See, that's what I mean.
No,
it's not the truth.
No, I'm telling you right now, Tony. I love every single dish you have. You know, do you remember back when you cooked me a cake for my birthday? You know, I loved it. I appreciated the effort that you put. You put so much effort in each.
I could go to the dollar store and get a better cake recipe than that. I could go to the fucking dollar store.
It's not about.
A 3-year-old could make it better.
Everybody can go to the dollar store, but you took the time out of your day to cook me a dish. And that's what you've done right now. And we're filming the show. Okay, we might have gotten booted out of the network because of some inflammatory statements he said on Instagram. But let's just finish the show, alright? I really want to try this dish. Okay, man? We'll get through it together. Okay? Well, let's finish the show. Yeah.
All right, let's eat the.
Alright.
Let's see how it tastes.
Yes. So, are we supposed to like dip the bread in the?
You can, yeah, you can. This
Well,
is.
I want. You said this waffle looks like crap. I'm gonna try the waffle first.
Wanna try the waffle?
It's a little bit crisp, but. What are you trying first?
I'll probably try the bread. It's one of the better things to do.
It's actually good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Chocolatey waffle.
Thank you.
The lemon fruit one?
I mean, this is just orange juice I got at the store. I mean, it's good. It's, you know, I make orange juice at home and you can make it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the ones NGOs and GMOs.
The NPRs and the CIAs.
All species.
Fancy fucking. Yeah, those fancy fucking.
This is a home cooked meal. We got no MSG. Just home cooked meals. Very nutty, you know. There's nothing like a good nut. That'd be good with some garlic. Some true calamari. Why don't you dig into the spaghetti. See you there. Tony? Come on. No, I'll try it. If you don't want to try it, I'll try it. What are you doing?
It's not you, okay?
What are you doing?
I had it, man. I'm done.
Done for what?
Done with a lot of stuff. I can't cook.
Dude,
I'm not a good cook.
try your food. You say you're not a good cook, yet you're too afraid to try your own food. How can you expect me to try the food when you can't even try it? Look at that. It's not that bad. You got better. You got a real life here. You got a good show. You got hundreds of fans at home. You got me. I'm always here for you. I always was. Don't.
I have to go back.
Go back where?
I have to go back to the rehab. I can't keep living like this. Like, my cooking is good. It's alright. I have to go. I have to go. I need to go talk to Carol. I have to go.
Wait, you can't drive. They took away your license. Let me drive you. Hey, where are you going? Hey, Tony, calm down. What are you doing? They took your license. You can't go see Carol, alright?
Let me drive this once. Let me just go there. I'll check myself in. I can do this. I'm fine, alright?
Are you sure? Here's the keys. Alrighty. You have the keys?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen.
No, I'm not.
What are you talking about? What are you doing?
You can't come with. I have to go by myself. I have to.
By yourself?
I have to do this.
Then do it. Okay. Just don't grab my car. I just got it. What are you doing, man? It's your hat.
I'll be back.
What are you doing? No, you're... Hey, no, you can't... Hey! Tony, stop the car! Stop the car! What are you... Tony, you get back here! Tony!
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.